Recording live from Glory Hole Studios in Chicago and beyond. This is Cognitive Dissonance. Every episode we blast anyone who gets in our way. We bring critical thinking, skepticism, and irreverence to any topic that makes the news, makes it big, or makes us mad. It's skeptical, it's political, and there is no welcome mat. Today is Thursday, January the calendar 16th, which I knew off the top of my head, January the 16th. And there is no jail time. We knew that.
Jail time.
We knew that. We knew it was going to happen. There is no jail time.
What are they going to do? They got to bring that. They got to bring one of the Supreme Court justices with a Bible to swear him into the bars. There's some dude with a fucking pack of Marlboros rolled up in his sleeve, standing next to him.
He comes out for his inauguration. He's got a teardrop tattoo under his eye.
He's got a couple guys that are just making his ramen for him in the background.
Look, we knew there was going to be no jail time. We knew there was going to be no sentence.
Yeah.
He got like an unconditional shaky finger is what he got. Like it just
unconditional shaky finger. Don't you do it. This won't even be as bad as a sternly worded letter from the UN.
The judge did tell him, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. So, and that hurts the worst. That hurts the worst.
I'm going to take away your phone privileges for a week. Oh, amazing. Yeah, man, it's not as bad as when you get grounded. That's basically what happened to him.
He did. Dude, that's exact. He didn't even get grounded. He did. Did you get grounded when you were a kid? What was your
I wasn't grounded as much as I was beaten. So my dad came from a different school.
Okay, that's worse.
Yeah, my dad came from a different school. I was beaten a lot. So
God, I got grounded all the time. Like I would get grounded just all the time. And then my dad would make me write essays.
Yeah,
like that was my dad's other thing. Is he would just be like, "Yeah, so is it a good thing to lie about something?" I'd be like, "No, you shouldn't lie." And he'd be like, "I'm gonna need 2 pages on why it's bad to lie."
2 pages.
And I'd be like, "What?" Or he'd be like, as I got older, he'd be like, this other thing, like, "Hey, should you come home on time?" "Yeah, I should come home on time." Is it a good rule? Yeah. He asked me these like leading questions.
Very nice questions, yeah.
And he'd be like, "Yeah.
Yes, Your Honor."
Right, yeah, I did it. And he'd be like, "I'm gonna need 5 pages on why it's important." And you'd be
5 pages.
Fuck. And I think I got good. I think the only reason I majored in English is I got good at writing essays.
Did you have to write them by hand?
Yeah, I had to write them all by hand. Yeah.
Brutal. Because at least with a computer, you could up the font a little bit, you know?
Yeah, this is 13 instead of 12.
Yeah, it's like 14 font, and it's
using
also
like
1.5 spacings instead. Yes.
Yeah, I'm shrinking my margins in 1/4 of an inch. I'm doing all the tricks. God. Yeah. I also, when I was little, I would have to write stuff. Like, I write 500 times, I will go to bed on time or whatever I was in trouble for. I won't eat cookies and sneak food or whatever fat kid shit I did, and I'd be like, and he'd be like, and no writing, I will. That made him so mad. And
you had to do the other. I always did that when I had bad writing assignments. I always did the I will.
He would know,
not.
When you do that, for me at least, it gets slanty.
Oh, yeah. It moves a little bit.
Yeah, it moves a little. And he'd be like, no, you're going to write every sentence.
It's got to be perfect. Could you imagine if Judge Marchand assigned Trump like an essay?
I will not commit 34 felonies.
I will not pay off a porn star with campaign money. Oh, man. Could you imagine how great that would be? It'd be all in caps. Oh, gosh. I laugh, but we're fucked. So
this is bad.
Yeah, it's really bad. It's really bad. Hey, and it's not just that. All the other stuff, of course, went away. And then this week, the special counsel releases their report on their findings and basically says, look, they knew what they were doing. They were pushing these things out. I went to the Supreme Court and I said, hey, Supreme Court, why don't you skip the appellate court? And why don't we just hash this shit out in December of last year to figure out whether or not he has immunity? And they're like, no, it's got to go through the appellate court. And then it goes to the appellate court and they're like, he has total immunity, fuckface. and then basically he has to rewrite his entire thing. And then it goes back. He has to rewrite his entire indictment. And then it goes back. And then they just ran the clock out. They knew what they were doing. And they were in total collusion. Like, I know you can't say that, but I'm saying it. They were in total collusion with each other. You kidding me? Come on, man.
Absolutely, dude. There are 5 justices, perhaps 6 on that court that are de-fucking lighted to run that clock.
Super happy.
They think this is the fun. This is the joy of their lives. Yeah. Like, you got fucking, who was it? Sam Alito, who's fucking flying flags in front of his house that are just basically like, fuck you, go Trump, or whatever his flags meant, you know? Like, these guys are doing, like, Clarence Thomas is like from a billionaire's yacht or whatever is mooning the White House at this point. Man. Like, get the fuck out of here. These guys are not serious, good, well-intentioned people, right? Yeah. They are not coming to this in good faith. They are not coming to these decisions in good faith. All of this is a fucking show to reward the guy who put them in power.
For sure.
Right? And the ones who didn't get put into power by him to kiss the ring so they don't eat shit. Because everybody now, what we're seeing, I think very clearly with these Senate hearings, et cetera, which we're going to talk about, but like what we're seeing is a complete capitulation. And it's not just the Senate hearings. It's, figures in the tech industry. Yeah. Everybody who sees this writing on the wall cannot wait to fuck a Nazi.
Yeah, man.
Like, that's it, man. They're just like, fucking give me that Nazi dick.
Yeah. What's really interesting is that you get a chance to see that capitalists have no real beliefs.
That's exactly
they don't have any beliefs at all. They don't believe anything. They don't think anything. Yep. They don't care about anything. All they care about is money. So they recognize that what's going to get them the most money is to capitulate. They don't care. Like, these people didn't care about DEI when they instituted. They don't care that they're tearing it out now. They didn't care. Zuckerberg didn't care when he put tampons in men's bathroom. He doesn't care that they're coming out now. That literally doesn't matter to him. He hasn't thought about it for a single second of the day. All he cares about is making more money. And he sees an equation on the wall, and the equation says, I make more money if I bend a knee to the right, and that's what I'm going to do.
And I think they're also all very aware that they do not want to incur the ire. Yeah. Right? So it's like, I do not want to be on the bad side of a man who has no conscience, is a motherfucking felon, has weaponized the entire United States government, and now is just given immunity. Yeah. Like, they should be scared. We should. Like, fear of that guy is the appropriate response. Fear of that administration is the only rational thing any of us should feel. Yeah. Like, it's crazy. We've got friends, you and I, we have mutual friends that work as scientists, or did work as scientists for the EPA. And I was thinking about how incredibly glad I am that they are out, that they are both now retired from the EPA, because like the new EPA director, Led Zeppelin or whatever his fucking name is, like Lee Zeldin, I know, but like every time I see it, I'm like, fucking Led Zeppelin's in charge of the EPA? Like he's
gonna go down like one time. It's gonna go down like a Led Zeppelin.
He's in charge of gunning it.
Yeah.
That's what his charge is.
For sure, man.
He's talking about moving it out of Washington so that people will quit. Yeah. He's going to move it to like Texas or Florida, because all these people are like, but I have a house here, are not going to want to uproot their family. Like, it's a way to decimate the institution. Remember that there are 2 cases here.
Yeah.
And Eileen Cannon was in charge of the documents case.
Yeah.
And
there's 3 cases, really. There's the documents case. Right. There's the January 6th case. Right. And then there's the election interference case.
That's right. So, but the documents case, they basically said that never sees the light of day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, Jack Smith will be allowed to release the report for the election interference case. But people don't give a shit. Yeah. Because if you're on the right, you already think that's a poisoned well.
Yeah.
So if I'm on the right, I'd be like, yeah, you can release that. What, are you going to release it to a bunch of idiots? These fucking MAGA goofballs who think that this is already a poisoned, conversational topic? Yeah, release your report. We're going to read it. Yeah. The documents case, though, is so open and shut. It's so obviously, it's the easiest case. It's the, did you have a bunch of stuff in your fucking golden bathroom or whatever?
That you shouldn't have?
Right. Yeah, you did. Here's pictures of it.
Did you shuffle it around?
Yeah.
Like a shady fucking blackjack dealer? Yeah, absolutely.
Like playing 3-card Monte with the fucking nuclear codes or whatever.
Fucking A. Yeah, it's easy. That's an easy one.
And so that one never sees the light of day.
No, it's never going to go anywhere.
They've buried it. They've essentially buried that one. And it's so fucking obvious how much, like, again, the right word, you used it, the right word, how much straight up collusion there is to obscure the truth, to hide reality, to bend. This is so, and this is not the wrong word, this is so Orwellian.
Yeah, man.
We are taking things that are true and happened, and then we're saying loudly enough and with enough authority behind them that no, they didn't happen.
Yeah.
That now the record is almost correcting itself back over.
Yeah, man.
You know, like January 6th was the day of freedom and love or whatever he's fucking saying.
Yeah.